So yeah, let's just watch this video. I don't even know what this video is. How Naruto was made. I guess I don't know. Shojiki. Let's let's
な
unmute
いです。
this.
ないんですけど、現
I
実
think
に
it's
なれない
okay
か
to
もしれないって
unmute.
いうのは思いました。
Let's lower this. There we go.
Collecting countless awards for his amazing artwork and story, gaining millions of die-hard fans that would go through all sorts of
Naruto.
lengths for this particular series,
Is that
and going on
racist?
to
I'm
become
sorry.
one of the greatest shonen mangaka of all time. However, life wasn't always like this for the creator of
Whoa,
Naruto. In this video, we'll be going
that
through
looks
the
cool.
early life of the famous Masashi Kishimoto, and how he went on
Bro,
to
I
create the
freak out.
masterpiece which we all know
I freak out how good these artists are. Honestly, like people who draw. That's like my number one thing I wish I could do.
as Naruto.
I draw on my free time sometimes, but it's mostly copying artwork and it's not original because I don't know how to draw from my
But
imagination
before we get
and
into
it
this video, be
sucks.
sure to subscribe to the
But
channel
it
if
is what
you're
it
new and hit the
is.
notification bell to stay updated on
Everyone's
latest
destined for
uploads.
something,
Also follow me on Twitter for any new
you know?
updates concerning the channel.
I'm not
This video is spoiler
destined for
free since
art.
I'll only be
It's
discussing
alright.
the life of Masashi Kishimoto.
I was way better at
So
art when I was a fucking kid. I would shade, do details. Now I can't do
Kishimoto, the
shit.
creator of Naruto, never always had it easy, and the route to success was for sure a bumpy road. So many of us see Naruto as one of the
Believe
greats within
it.
the shonen industry. It
Believe
has
it.
shaped most of our childhoods even before we
Hey,
all understood the
believe it.
concept of anime. However, Naruto broke so many barriers, not only in Japan, but throughout the entire world. So why don't we understand what caused the creation of the famous Naruto, and what sort of upbringing and challenges Masashi Kishimoto had to face? So without further ado, let's get straight in. So to kick
Bro, I already know they're gonna talk about like, well, I don't think mangaka, is that how they call them? I think it's mangaka, like artists who do anime in Japan. They don't get paid a lot of money, I hear. So I'm guessing they're gonna bring that up, but they might not.
things all off, let's understand the early life of Masashi Kishimoto and what his upbringing was like. I'm sure there'll be a lot of new facts that you guys will learn about the creator of Naruto and how his childhood helped to shape this masterpiece, which would go on to
Goshimimoto
take the world by
Sensei.
storm. Anyways, Masashi Kishimoto was
Sensei.
born in Okayama Prefecture in Japan on November 8th, 1974. However, he is the older identical twin brother of Seishi Kishimoto. It's not every day that twins are born into the world. Anywho, during his childhood,
Yes, it
Kishimoto
kind of
showed
is.
interest in drawing characters from the anime shows he watched, such as Dr. Slump's Arale and Doraemon characters.
I think twins are born regularly, so I don't know what he meant by that.
In elementary school, Kishimoto started watching the Kinnikuman and Dragon Ball anime alongside his twin brother. During the following years, Kishimoto started looking up to Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, enjoying not only his series of
Dragon
Dragon
Ball's
Ball and
good.
Dr. Slump, but also Dragon Quest, a video game for which
I like
Toriyama
this
was an art
game
designer
too.
for.
I've only played a
However,
little
he
bit
could
of
not
it,
afford to buy weekly
but it
Shonen
looks
Jump,
cool.
where the Dragon Ball manga was published. He followed the series thanks to a friend from school. By high school, Kishimoto started losing interest in manga as
I
he
like
started
this.
playing
I
baseball
like that
and
one.
basketball.
That was
He was
called
heavily involved in the
Death Note.
sports
I like that
activities.
anime
But
too.
this all changed upon seeing a poster for the anime film Akira. Kishimoto became fascinated with the way the illustration was made and wished to imitate the series created.
Also, I'm gonna say this, but I know it's not gonna land with a lot of people. Like that is my dream job. Like I wish I was an artist, and I wish I was skilled enough to write good stories. Cause like I wish I was a manga artist or uh like publisher. Like if I had a dream, in all honesty, that would probably be my dream to be like a fucking manga creator. I've tried writing, but I'm not good at it. So like it's probably never gonna happen. But if anyone doesn't know, I like anime a lot. It's my VTuber is anime. I watch nothing but anime. I don't watch TV, bro. I watch movies sometimes, but it's rare. I mostly consume anime, and I don't know, bro. All these stories, like they're just so good. Like I wish I was an anime artist. I know I took way too long saying that, but
Katsuhiro Otomo's
Goddamn.
style. Well, because of his massive interest in wanting to create manga, his grades weren't the best. I mean, that's typical if you're so invested in wanting to do something else. A lot of us can relate to this. But anyway,
I wish
if
I was an
Kishimoto never
artist
came across the Akira
more than
poster,
anything.
then his life and
I would
millions of
love
other
to
mans
create
around the
manga,
world would look so different right now.
but I know it
thank
would
God
take a lot of
Kishimoto saw the
work,
poster. Who knows, Kishimoto could be in the
and I
NBA
don't
or
think I'm
MLB right
disciplined
now.
enough.
During his last years of school, Kishimoto spent time drawing manga and went to an art college with hopes that he would become a manga artist.
Damn.
When he had entered college, Kishimoto
I wish I
decided
went
he
to
should try
school.
creating a Chanbara manga since Weekly Shonen Jump had not published a title from that genre. As for what Chanbara manga is, it is a series created
Bro, if I went to school which I didn't, I like always changed what I wanted to do in school. Like I uh I wanted to be into tech. Then I was like, no, I want to be into cars. And then one my friends had a wood workshop. I was like, no, I want to do houses. And now I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I want to do. But honestly, like I took art when I was a little kid. I had two art classes. One was with I remember this one guy like fucking like he blew my mind. Like he was really good. He taught me. He's the one that taught me how to draw fire. Uh, and there was a girl that was really cool, and I took an art class with her. But it wasn't. I was. This was like middle school. This was like elementary, middle school. And bro, I just wish I like. I don't know, bro. Like I wish I was skilled enough to. I would. I'm not. I don't have talent. It's all just what I want to
from the
do.
influence of Japanese history such as
But
the
I wish I
samurai.
could draw.
However, during the same years, Kishimoto started
Artists are
reading
so
Hiroaki
cool.
Samura's Blade of the Immortal and Nobuhiro Watsuki's Rurouni Kenshin, which were in the same
But like I said, I'm not disciplined enough. I'm not disciplined.
genre. Kishimoto recalls having never been surprised by a manga ever since reading Akira and found that he was still not able to compete against them. In his second year of college, Kishimoto started drawing manga for magazine contests, and one of those being for Shonen Jump, but he mentioned that his works were similar to a seinen manga, aimed towards a young adult demographic, rather than the shonen manga read by children. Wishing to write a manga for Shonen Jump,
I don't know the definitions. Shonen. I know isekai because someone in my chat told me what it meant. But like shonen and all this other shit, I have a hard time remembering what's that about.
It's a younger audience, Kishimoto found his style unsuitable for the magazine. When watching the anime series Hashire Melos, Kishimoto was surprised by the character designs employed by the animators, and he started researching works from the animators. He later met Tetsuya Nishio, a designer from the anime adaptation of the manga Ninku, who he deemed as a big influence.
See, this guy started off in art. He didn't start off writing books. I think all manga creators start off with art and then they go into the stories, but
Now
fuck.
emulating the way of drawing from multiple character designers from anime series, Kishimoto said that his style started to become more suitable for a shonen series.
I actually have done artwork for like manga that I wish I did. I'll probably show it later, but yeah, not right now.
Now on to the point which would go on to change Kishimoto's life forever, and that is his earlier works during the mid-90s. Kishimoto's first successful manga pilot was Karakuri, translated to Mechanism, which he submitted to Shueisha in 1995. This earned him an honorable mention in Shueisha's monthly Hop Step Award in 1996, which is awarded to promising rookie manga artists. At this point, he was assigned an editor, Kosuke Yahagi, and worked on a number of rejected drafts, including a slice of life manga, Michikusa, which is translated to Wandering Detour, as well as an action manga which was also rejected, known as Asian Punk. In 1997, he wrote a one-shot version of Naruto, which was published in Akomari Jump Summer and was well received, but proved difficult to rework into a continuing series. However, on December 1997, Kishimoto was offered the chance to release a one-shot in Weekly Shonen Jump, so he brought out his previous work, Karakuri, which won an award in Shueisha's monthly Hop Step Award back in 1996, but because of the tight deadline, he couldn't
That's right
revamp
after I was
Karakuri as
born.
much as he wanted. wanted. Unfortunately, when the one-shot debuted 2 weeks later, it wasn't well received from the fans, causing its immediate cancellation. Because of this setback, believe it or not, Kishimoto decided to delve into the world of seinen manga, with drafts for a baseball manga Yakuo, translated to Baseball King, and also surprisingly a mafia manga called Mario, in hopes to find better luck with a seinen magazine. Yahagi, his editor at the time, persuaded him to give the shonen genre one last try, and Kishimoto began working on storyboards for a fantasy one-shot called Magic Mushroom, but he stopped when Yahagi called and asked him to instead develop storyboards for serialization. The two decided to submit a version of Naruto with a reworked story, as they went on to produce storyboards for the first 3 chapters, winning a spot in the magazine. With a
I don't know what
6-month
this.
lead time,
I'm kind of, my
Kishimoto
mind's
repeatedly
kind of
revised and redrew the first several
point blank.
chapters of the series. This was a turning point in Kishimoto's life. After countless failures,
A lot of times I have trouble concentrating on videos. For example, like I'm watching this, but I'm in my head thinking about shit, so I'm not even hearing what they're saying. But yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm not really understanding what's going
his
on.
resilience paid off. In September 1999, the serialized version of Naruto premiered in Weekly Shonen Jump
That's why I'm
and
not
quickly
talking.
became a hit, with the series then getting an anime adaptation in 2002 which skyrocketed it even more, not only in Japan but throughout the world. Also, let's keep in mind that anime and manga was sort of looked down upon during this time, but Kishimoto helped to change that. Naruto then ended
Believe
on
it.
November 10th, 2014, after more than
Hey,
15 years of
believe
serialization,
it.
with a total of 700 chapters collected
I also wish I was a voice actor, but I don't think I have a voice for that.
in 72
I'll
volumes.
be fucking
Sales have
cool
exceeded
though.
113 million copies in Japan and over 95 million copies in the US, followed by over 93 million copies worldwide outside of Japan
Okay,
and the
I get
United
it.
States
He's
as of
popular.
volume 36. It was adapted into 2 successful anime series. The Naruto
See, I feel
manga
like the
series
video's
became one
over.
of
Like,
Viz Media's top properties.
I feel like a lot of what the important part of this video is already done, and I didn't even understand any of it. I just know that. What did we learn from this? I learned that fuck, he liked Dragon Ball Z growing up, something like that. A lot of other shit like, oh, he worked with the editor so and so. Like, I'm not gonna remember that. Like, it's not. That's not important to me. Like, I don't care. Maybe I should, but I just. It's not what I know, so I'm not gonna retain that information, in my opinion. But I mean, I get that he created Naruto. That's all I understood from this video is that he liked Dragon Ball Z a lot. I do too, and he created Naruto. So I'm going to create Naruto, Naruto. Like, that's is that racist? Sorry. I'm going to create an anime called Naruto. It's not going to be like Naruto, and I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. I should get my notebook and see stories that I wrote. I think I just made one for a character called Rin. Like, I named him Rin, Rin. He kind of looks like the character from Hunter x Hunter. I drew him, but I'm not really good at drawing. I forgot what it was about. I don't remember. It's like probably written down somewhere, but personally, I'm not gonna go look for that right now because that would sidetrack from what we're doing. But, yeah.